I returned from a fishing trip, CRA, VYing silence, but my yard was a circus. Red, white, and blue bunting draped my tool shed. A banner screamed, HOA Welcome Center. And Sil VY Advance, my neighbor and HOA tyrant, was orating on my lawn like she was campaigning for mayor. My jaw nearly cracked the gravel. Before I could climb out of my truck, a couple with a stroller asked about HOA-approved trash bins. My dog Max whined as baffled as me. Tire tracks scarred my grass, folding chairs lined a pop-up tent, and a table offered cookies under a sign. Courtesy of HOA President Sil VYA. The scent of store-bought oatmeal raisin cookies was a mocking twist. Sil VYA strutted over, clipboard in hand, sunglasses perched like a crown. You should be thrilled, Caleb, she grinned, her smile as fake as a used car ad. Your shed's the new neighborhood welcome center. I croaked, what? Staring at my shed home to fishing rods, mower blades, and a gas can. She waved a paper like a trophy. We voted while you were gone. Unanimous. Your shed's underutilized. I snatched Ida flimsy HOA agenda with community outreach station. Approved. No signatures. No mention of me. You can't do this, I said, voice tight. It's my shed, my land. Sil VY chuckled. It's for the greater good. That shed screams public use, rusting away. This boosts property values. Thank me later. I stood, fists clenched, as she handed out coffee mugs to neighbors. Someone had plugged a mini fridge into my shed with an orange extension cord snaking to her house, a lifeline of entitlement. It was surreal. A man asked the welcome center's hours. I snapped, closed forever in 5 minutes, and stormed off to avoid an outburst. I tried reasoning, showing Sil VY my land survey. Pro-VYing the shed was mine, not HOA turf. She smirked, chanting community improvement like it erased my deed. By dusk, a thank you card for our glorious leader Sil VY was taped to my shed. Next morning, tacky brochures with smiling stock photo families littered my fence, claiming my land was donated for neighborhood bonding. My blood pressure spiked. I needed a paper bag. I hadn't donated a blade of grass. Then, I unplugged her cord. Within an hour, Deputy Owen Sil VYA's cousin rolled up, accusing me of tampering with HOA utilities. I gaped. It's my core, my land. He scratched his head, urging me to keep it neighborly, and left without a citation. Sil VY was playing dirty, and my backyard was becoming her HOA playground. That night, over a beer, I pored over my deed and found gold. My lot was an exempt parcel, free from HOA rule due to a 20-year-old clerical error. Sil VY had declared war on untouchable ground. A grin spread as I planned her downfall, calling my county recorder friend, my sister Leah, who ran a dog rescue, and digging out an old padlock. If Sil VY wanted a welcome center, I'd deliver a welcome she'd never forget. By Saturday, Sil VY was clueless about the trap. The shed looked the same bunting, tilting welcome sign, her smug aura radiating. But inside, I'd replaced her brochures with 6 loud, territorial rescue dogs from Leah's shelter, each with a bark to rattle windows. They had food, water, fans, toys, and a reinforced gate letting their voices carry. From my porch, Max at my side, I watched a family approach. The dad touched the handle. A barking explosion erupted. He stumbled, kids screamed. The mom yelled about dangerous animals, and they fled. Sil VYA, watching from her steps, charged over, face blotchy. What did you do? She hissed. Where's my coffee machine? I sipped iced tea. My shed, my land. These are Leah's rescue dogs. Perfect spot, right? They're territorial. Sil VYA's jaw dropped. This is a health hazard. You can't keep wild dogs in a public space. I handed her my laminated deed, highlighting the exemption. Not public. Private. Check trespassing laws every brochure, speech, and coffee was illegal. She sputtered, storming off, Leah VYing her chairs. The dog barking shook her SUV's windows. HOA newsletters went silent, but the barking didn't. Leah warned some dogs had separation anxiety. I ensured they had care, VY citing daily, tossing balls. Their papers were pristine, filed in a binder labeled Animal Control. Sil VY struck back midweek, sending an animal control officer, Greg, who inspected the setup kennels, fans, toys. The dogs barked but wagged. All bark, Greg chuckled, noting their paperwork. She's filed 3 complaints this week, Birdsong, as loud music. Your garage is a business. This is fine. He left. Add VY sing quiet after 10. Sil VY watched, curtains twitching, muttering curses. Friday, she emailed the neighborhood, claiming I housed dangerous animals on community property, accidentally attaching a budget spreadsheet. It showed due lot 3,254 community outreach to SV Relations, her home office. I mailed copies to key neighbors Ellen from the board, Tom, who loathed Sil VYA, and the Clarks fined for their mailbox color. Gossip erupted. Neighbors brought dog treats, laughing. You got her good, one said. Why sue when dogs talk louder? Sil VY hid for days, but I had an ally, Ellen, who slipped me a USB of damning EVY-dense emails of Sil VY faking minutes, rigging votes, billing salons as community lunches, and siphoning due law 1,000 to S. Vance. She'd bullied dissenters with threats and Deputy VY sits. I called Casey, a news channel friend, for an inter VYEW by the shed, dogs barking. I detailed Sil VYA's takeover, fraud, and intimidation, showing the deed in USB screenshots. Casey's eyes gleamed. This'll explode. Hours later, Sil VY stormed over, shrieking about slander. It's not slander if it's true, I said. Want to see the footage? You're VYing in it. She cursed, fleeing as a jogger stared. The broadcast, HOA president faces fraud, property grab, aired with my inner VYEW, neighbor testimonies, and B-roll of barking dogs. Sil VYA's fines for petunias and whimsical mailboxes were exposed. The HOA's phones crashed. An emergency meeting saw Sil VY boot out. Ellen presented the EVY Denke. Sil VY was ousted unanimously. Sil VY wasn't done. At 2 a.m., my motion sensor pinged. Camera footage caught her in black, pouring something into the dog's water bowls. I roared across the yard in my truck, headlights pinning her. The dogs whimpered, sluggish but safe. You forced me, she snapped. They're dangerous. I blared my siren. Neighbors emerged. Ellen and others arrived as I called the sheriff, not her cousin. Officers collected the tainted water, later confirmed as a mild sedative. Sil VY fled, tripping over her welcome sign, and was cuffed. I handed over footage, complaints, and financial EVY Denke. Her arraignment packed the courthouse, neighbors, reporters, even Tom with popcorn. She pleaded not guilty, claiming a frame-up, but the judge, stone-faced, fined her, ordered probation, and banned her from HOA roles. Her decisions faced audits. Her husband filed for divorce. Her house went up for sale, lawn wilting. I fortified the shed fencing, cameras, a private property sign. Leah and I made it an official rescue extension. Donations poured in, volunteers flocked. The dogs thrived, some finding homes. Sil VYA's name became a warning. Don't go full Sil VYA. Ellen, now HOA president, vowed transparency, inviting me to speak at a meeting. I told the shed saga simply. I didn't want to fight, but when pushed, I pushed harder. They cheered, VY siding the dogs with treats. At a picnic in my yard, puppies found homes, neighbors bonded, and Ellen toasted resilience. The shed, now Barkside Haven, got a red coat, a mural of the 6 dogs, and a sign with paw prints. Kids volunteered, reading to dogs. Neighbors waved like old friends. Adopters sent photos of happy pups. One wrote, "Thanks for fighting for the voiceless." Sil VYA's takeover backfired, exposing her and birthing a sanctuary. On quiet nights, I sat with Max, the shed glowing. It wasn't just a shed, Anna Marie, it was justice, community, and a bark that shook the neighborhood. If you were the one in this story, how would you react? Would you stand up and fight back, or accept the unreasonable pressure and control from the HOA? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe. like, and share this VY Deo with more people. Your small action gives us the motivation to keep bringing you more intense and engaging stories. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next VY Deo.